Yes, good day everybody, and I want to specially welcome you into this tutorial on how to set up your entrance exam when you are working on your admission workflow. So you really need to understand, based on some of the video I have done in the past, there's a little bit of changes in the workflow, especially the admission workflow. So I'll show you the changes, and I'll also go straight to the admissions interface. So let me first and foremost show you the changes you see in the admission workflow. So go to admissions, you click on let's look at admission campaigns. In the admission campaign now, you just need to write the name of the admission process name, the session you are targeting, if it is first term, second term, third term, and the date, the start date, then the application fee. If there's going to be an exam, you pick it. Then this is the newer features that has been added. You can set the exam dates and time so that all applicants will write the exam the same day, or you can make EduTrack generate admission time for each student. And if you run a continuous admission process, for example, we have schools that they run the admission every time within the year. So you just pick this third one. So in this third one, you can decide that, okay, immediately the student pays, they would write the exam immediately. So this is why we put 0. You can put it in such a way that after 24 hours, they will write the exam. Here, after 2 days, they can write the exam, and you can reconfigure it the way you want. Then here you put in your admission, the exam duration, if it's 30 minutes, and you can easily click here to create a new entrance exam for this. So I will still come over here, then here you can pick required. So of course, if your admission requires examination, you tick it. If you want it to be auto-graded such that the student will see their result immediately, you auto-grade it. Then you can pick your target classes, the classes you are working with. You can also pick it from here. So then also you have your instructions that you want to be on the admission pages. On the admission page, you can use our template here. So just click on whichever one, so you can see here, and you can edit, put in your school account details and whatever information. This is just to make it very easier for you to do. Even if you want to put link, for example, you want to put a WhatsApp link, you can also use it to put WhatsApp link here. Then of course the sources page as well, the sources tab, you can also work around this, edit this whichever way you want it to be. So we have about 10 templates here that you can use. So so you are the one that now pick the one you really want to do. So I will now start. Of course, here we show your existing campaigns. So let me start from setting out some of the basics as a way of introduction. This installation is a pretty new installation, so let me just add the academic setup. And like I said before, now you have to create the academic period ahead, the academic period by which you want to enroll the student. For example, we are in third term 2025-2026 as at the time of recording this video. So the academic period, if you are running you're on a school, a normal school, and you are using the terminal grading, so it will now be, for the next admission will be 2026 2027. Then you now type first term. So here you just put academic session 2026 2027. So here, if you are running a full circle, for example, there's no term, everything is within the year, so you can just put full circle. But if you are running a term, a terminal basis, just put first term. So let me assume you are running a school, just put first term, then school term, pick school term. If you are running a yearly basis, or you run a continuous admin, for example, you run a tutorial or a special school, please pick monthly or tutorial. If you run an higher institution, you can pick a semester, whichever one, or some higher, so post-secondary school institution, you can put semester. So let me just start here. Then the start date, let me just pick a date. Let me pick a date, and end date. Let me just pick another date. The purpose of this training, so I'll just leave it the way it is and click on add period. So it has been added and it's now active. So the next thing I want to do also is to set up my classes. So Then you should be able to create your class. Let's say I want to admit student into GSS1. You create it. So if your GSS1 have more than one arm, but of course this is just an admission process, so you may just need to leave it at one. But if your school runs more than one arm, for example, you have GS1A, GS1B, so I'll just come and put B here. So and I'll add it. So GS1 has 2 classes, something like that. So that's that on that. I think those are the things I will need for now. So all the other tutorials will show you how to go about every other thing on the EduTrack platform. So we'll now come over to our admission process again. Then I'll go over to settings. Then you can pick your academic period. Please make sure, that's why I have to do the academic period first. So I pick this, then I'll change this to toggle this to make it open. So admission has been open now. You can leave this the way they are. You can leave this the way they are. So just save it like that. Then you come to admission campaign. Then you come over to GSS1 admissions. So if you have more than one classes, you are admitting students into or people into, you do for that. And of course, if you run a multi-branch system, so maybe you have a primary school section separate, secondary school section separate, you do separate, you do this separately. So you just come to branches and switch over to the branch that you want the students to be admitted into, and also do the same, carry out the same process. Then academic period, I pick this start. That means the start of the admission process. Let's say the admission process starts today, and I want it to end by May ending, which is 31st. Then of course our application fee is 10,000 naira, or the amount you want to put it. No exam required. So let me just leave this here. Let me click on, so you can see the class I am targeting for. I want to target for GSS1A, GSS1B classes. Of course, they'll be writing the same exam because they are in the same class. So click on auto grade. This auto grade result is what will be the pass mark. So I'll put 40% will be the pass mark. Of course, if I want the student to write the exam straight up, every one of them at the same time, I can pick the exam date to be, let's say I want them to write in June 11th, which is on the Thursday, and the time they should come and write it by 9 a.m. They can write it in school or at home, whichever arrangement you have for them. Then you can come over here and just pick the professional detail, what you want to be on that page, and you want to edit this, and you can also type it out yourself. So this template is just there to help you. It's not you may not need to use it. So everything they need to know about the admission is what you should type here. So we just put this here so that it will be a good guide for the student. Payments and everything will be made. So just pick each of this and click on and of course the success page, also click on it. Then you click on create admission. So it has been created already, but remember we are here to set exams. So now I want to first and foremost set it. I should have done that before now, but because of time I will still come back here and edit it to pick the exam. So now I'll go over to the examinations menu by clicking examination. Come over to examination up, then you come over to create CBT exam, then you pick entrance exam. Do you see that? Then you pick so you pick mid-term, you pick 2026 2027. Should I do this first? Okay, I think this is the first thing I need to do. I don't want to repeat myself. First and foremost, go to question bank, and from here you set the exams you want to give. And of course, this question bank is just a bank that it's just a data bank that you can have as many questions as possible. You can have 1 million questions there. So for every exams you need to do, you just need to pick from the repository of questions that you have here. So whatever question you are typing here will be on the EduTrack app for life, except you delete them, and you can use it to run as many exams as possible. So your teacher do not need to stress themselves typing exams every time. So they can easily just go into the bank and based on their subject, the subject they are teaching, pick the exam and all that. So, but you as an admin, remember that your teachers will be the one to sign in. So whichever teacher that you have assigned to type this entrance exam, please, you give them access and let them just log in like this, or they can also log in via their teachers dashboard portal. So once they log in, they'll see this examination menu here. Go to question bank, and from there they can type the question. So as you can see, the subjects, there's no subject here, so I still need to go back and type subjects. Let me just come over and type subject mathematics. Let me leave this the way it is. So I add the subject English language. Sorry, I have to be doing this again because this is a fresh installation, so I have to start all over again. So that's why this video is taking so long. Integrated, or what science this? Sciences. I don't know what it could be. Let me just put that sciences. So let me just put it there. So let me just put these three as an example and go back to examination, go back to question bank. Then I start typing. So you come over to English, leave the class as optional, and you can pick whichever class you want. Then I can type the topic, nouns. Noun. Then I can start typing. Of course, if it is objective, it's either true or false or multi-choice ABCD. Or if it's theory, you have short answers, structured questions. This is a question or that. But I want to pick objective. I just type here. I'm working on English, right? This is, which is an example of a noun. Then you come to this. If your question has image, you can just click on choose file and you upload the image. WAEC standard or JAM standard, so you can do that. Which is an example of a noun. Tolu, E. Then you click on add option to add more. Then we have slap. Then we have beautiful. So of course, Tolu is the answer. So you want to pick Tolu, you click on Tolu as the answer, then you leave it as easy and ensure that this keep form value after saving is activated. Don't remove it, because if you remove it, this page will reload again and you start almost all over again. So, but with this, you just click on save. So you see it has been saved automatically. So the English is still there. You type the second question, which is an example, and you can do this on your phone as well. Example of a verb. You can just come over and say verb. London, go, them, wise. So go is the answer, so you just be go, you save your question. So you see we already have two questions, and that's how you continue to type the question. So, but of course, because I am an admin, so I'm doing this as an admin, so I have access to all questions, all subjects. So, but for your teachers, you tell the teacher to log into the account to help you type or set the question. Then you can now come here as an admin to use the question in your question bag to create the entrance examination, which I will show you later. So just assume that I'm a teacher. Some English teacher have said their own. Let me go to maths now. So you click on maths, and now what's this maths now? Addition. So of course ABCD. Add 20 plus 35 plus 35. So you want to pick 60, you want to pick 40, you want to pick what's 20 plus 35? 55. I want to pick 20. or something like that. So of course, 55 is the answer. You pick it, you save the question. So you see the maths is also being added. So like that. So for science teacher will also set their own question or whichever. So now after now that I have the questions in my question bank, so I'll now come over to my examination hub, or I click on create exam, or I click on manage CBT content, whichever one is still going to take me to the same. So let me click on create exam, then I'll click on entrance exam, then I'll just write entrance exam. So like I said, so we just need to pick entrance exam, then you type the name entrance exam 2026 2027 GSS1, something like that. Then of course duration 60 minutes. If you want it to be 30, just put 30. Pass mark is 40, just like what we have done before. Of course, the maximum attempts will always be 1 because it's an exam that a lot of people will have to do. Then you write any instruction you want it to be. Leave this optional, this start and end optional. Untick this, tick this, tick this, tick this, depending on what you want to do. So if you want to grade manually, you can tick this. If you are not grading manually, you can just leave it. Then you click on create exam. So after that, you now need to come over to browse question bank to add your questions. Remember, we have set the question inside the question bank. So you want to pull the question out from the question bank. So you come over here and click on browse questions. Then we add the questions we have as an admin. Then we add it. If you want it to be to 2 points, you can change the point here, but I'll leave it at 1. Then of course you can filter if you have if you have a lot of questions and you want to easily track which question it is, you can use this search tab here to do that. Then after you have done all this, you click on add selected. So as you can see, 3 questions added. So you click on save all points. So you click on OK. So after that, you click on update exam. I hope that makes sense. So your exam is being updated. So let's see what comes of this exam. So you come over to examinations exam hub. Then you come over to entrance exam tab. So you see this exam, as you can see, objective 30 minutes. So you see the number of people that have attempted it and some other things you want to do with it. So you come over to actions here. Let's see. This is where you now see the result of the student. Preview what they have done. If you want to make any edit, you can edit it from here. So let me just go back and we now go over to view campaign. So you come over to this side now, you edit it. Remember, before we don't have any exam, so you come over here and you pick the entrance exam, which is what? Entrance exam 2026 2027. You can set the date. If you want the EduTrack to give you to auto generate the exam date for them, you can put it here. So I have explained this before, so let me just set the date for the exam, and I want the pupil to do the exam the student to do the exam at the same time. So I'll pick this, and of course 40 is the auto grade. Exam duration, I said, is 30 minutes. So from that exam, so we click on it. Of course, target classes will be these classes, and you click on update. And so as you can see, it has been updated. So let's try and view our admission portal page. So you come over to manage applicants. You see, of course, if people have started dropping their application, you will see everything here. You see everything here. Every form that has been submitted, you see it here. So you click on view application, you see this. So this is the way it will look like. So you click on continue. I think I've shared this before in the previous video, so you can check the video on how to create your admission workflow. That will be fine because of time. So of course, for payments, you click on review payment, so that you see parents or students that have paid. You can approve their payment from this place going forward. Let's also look at this examination hub again, and let's see if there's going to be anything here. So we come over here now, and so that will just be it. So if there's any other question, I would you can let me know, so that we'll take it up from there. I hope this tutorial has been of immense help to you. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for using EduTrack.